everyone. So, welcome
You
to
can't speak
another
straight English.
episode of Aisha and Arlo, the Siblimps podcast. So, Aisha, would you be so kind as to read this week's editorial from our friends at PTI? Please start.
All right. So today is actually a very relevant article.
Mm-hmm.
People power versus people in power. So much for people power fatigue. Today, September 21, a date long stained by the memory of dictatorship, Filipinos will gain poor, will again pour into the streets, not to topple a regime, but to demand an end to the plunder and pillage of their future. This time, the target is not a single president, but the scourge of corruption itself, which has thrived under every administration before and after the EDSA power people. Ano ba yan? It's a people power revolution under presidents clad in red or yellow and back again. Sa panahong ito, ay nagtagalog. Sa panahong ito, hindi presidente ang target, kundi ang salot mismo ng bayan na umunlad sa ilalim ng bawat administrasyon pagkatapos at bago pagkatapos at bago pa man nangyari ang EDSA People Power Revolution sa administrasyon ng mga ulo ng gobyerno na nakasuot ng pula o dilaw at palipat-balik na mga kulay at kung ano pa mang mga kulay. Wadi ay base ang ginaingon nila na people power fatigue. Today, September 20, it just repeated. What's this?
No, it did not. It did not.
Okay. Today, September 21, a date long stained by the memory of dictatorship, Filipinos will again pour into the streets, not to topple a regime, but to demand an end to the plunder and pillage of their future. As corruption scandals sent furious citizens of Nepal and Indonesia marching into bloody and literally fiery demonstrations, the skeptics among us leapt to the conclusion that Filipinos had grown too jaded and too weary to bother anymore. Sa pagbuto sa mga rally sa Nepal ug Indonesia tungod sa korupsyon nga nagbaha og dugo ug kalayo sa kalsada, daghan sa atoa ang wa joy klaro sa ilang pagkatab-ang, sa ilang kalaki sa ilang baruganan sa politiko nato. Indeed, who could blame the people? After billions of pesos worth of flood projects. Was that tatay?
Yeah, he's drunk, as I said.
Oh my gosh.
Yo,
What's happening?
I don't
Uh,
know. You should help him out, girl.
is he and Nanay fighting?
Yes, of course. This man,
No.
I think that he is angry at the wrong people. He can't seem to intervene into his
Can you intervene?
eldest son's life, and more so his own life with his expenses with cigarettes and alcohol and golfing as well as gasoline. Looking at these two accounting books, he should be able to do the intervention right now, but he will resort to shouting, which is a very lawyer like way. But please continue the speech, Mumsy.
Have they stopped fighting?
No, he's by himself.
Early?
Yes. Go, you're
What?
wasting our speech.
Okay. Indeed, who could blame the people? After billions of worth of flood projects went to funding the lifestyles of crooked officials and their nepo babies, it would seem protest is the only logical choice. The political fallout has been nothing short of staggering. Manuel Bonoan quit his job as public public works secretary, while many of his former subordinates now face criminal or administrative charges. Congress, too, hasn't been spared, as the Senate and the House of Representatives changed leaders within a week of each other, as public furor gained momentum. How do you say that?
I don't know.
Furor.
I'd say Fura.
Furor. Ang pagbagsak ng mga nangyayari ay di labis o kulang sa nakakamangha at nakakadiri na pag-alis si Manuel Bonoan bilang Public Works Secretary at kanyang mga tao ngayon ay nasampalan ng mga kriminal na mga kaso sa muka. Hindi din ligtas ang Kongreso at nakita natin ang pagpalit-palit ng ating mga ulo sa agwat ng iilang araw at linggo lang. At ang publiko ay pagalit na ng pagalit. Today, at least 15,000 people are expected at the Trillion Peso March at EDSA, led by church leaders, students, educators, civil society groups, even former officials. If I weren't president, I might be in the streets with them. Marcos ang gisyagit ni Marcos. Huh?
Someone's been tampering with my file. This is so funny.
Ang mga kritiko sa atong nasod nakaingon gayud nga lahi ang kalaki ni Marcos Jr. sa iyang amahan nga halos patyon ang tanan para mawala ang kining klase nga pagdili pagtuman. Ang iyang anak sa iyang pag-ingon kay suportado aning mga rally na kini kay mahitabo sa September 21 kay ginapakusog ang mga syagit sa nasod. But while this people's actions is not aimed at overthrowing the president, political actors are already circling like vultures, eager to distort its intentions. Online, the narrative is being spun that today's rallies are anti-Marcos and pro-Duterte. Kada Setyembre 21, ang ating bansa ay tinatawag na alalahanin ang iwan na ganap noong martial law. Ang pag-torture, ang pag-aresto, ang ninakaw na mga yaman, perlas, diamante, at pera. Ngayong taon, ang pag-alala ay hindi lamang tungkol sa pagbalik tao, kundi ito ay sa kampo ng tapang. It's a cause for celebration that Filipinos are once again taking to the streets, but it's also a cautionary tale. Outrage is powerful, but it must not be hijacked by politicians with access to grind. It must remain true to its core message that those who steal from public coffers be brought to justice, no matter their name, color, or office. So, nandito tayo ngayon. Ang mga kalsada ay maingay sa nasa ng mga Pilipino sa alaala nila ng EDSA. Mahigit na 40 taon na ang paglipas. Sa hiram ng mga salita ni Wael Ganim, isang Ehiptong aktivista, ang kapangyarihan ng tao ay higit pa sa mga taong may kapangyarihan. Hinding-hindi yuyuko ang bayan sa paghawak nito. The members of the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, finally chosen last week, we now expect a well-deserved break from the political scuffle and grandstanding that have all but clouded the real issues in the flood control scandal. Sa pagbagsak sa baha sa karong tuig sa bulan nga Setyembre, naukab na sad ang bilyones o trilyones nga kwarta nga nawala sa gabok nga mga tarungi nga flood control projects. Mga opisyal nga gadula sa kasino ug ang grabe-grabe nga gasto ang kinalakihan sa mga anak sa mga kontraktor. Sa pag-angkon sa atong gobyerno ani, daghan ang mabalik ug lantad sa lamesa ang mali-mali. Mga hinay ug mga dili mao sa atoa ug pati na sa mga proseso ug pagkuha ani. Sa gahimo og balaod, kini ang atong asahon sa ila. But President Marcos's statement about sparing no one from the ICI's investigation should help put those fears to rest. In fact, lawmakers should give the ICI a fair chance to demonstrate its independence and impartiality, given their own biases and vested interests that could taint the ongoing probe. Indeed, the ICI must act quickly and thoroughly, expand its lookout bulletin through the Bureau of Immigration, file charges prostate to be able to foist a whole departure order on complicit contractors and public works officials before they disappear to foreign shores. Work with the Anti Money Laundering Council to uncover and freeze more hidden accounts, and with the tax and customs authorities to garnish properties found to have insufficient papers and tax receipts. Indeed, not allowing friends, family, political allies, or powerful personalities to escape ICI scrutiny may yet redeem this administration from the cruel flood control scandal that could sink its best intentions.
Oh my god. That was
That was so
amazing.
long.
Thank you so much for your voice. You should give yourself a round of applause.
Um,
You are
uh,
truly a good reader, my sister. What can you say
I don't think
though?
so. I don't think so.
Do you have anything to say for this article?
Oh, it's quite interesting.
In a
I
sense,
actually watched some videos of what's happening at the rally,
mm-hmm.
and most of them are actually shouting
Mm.
about Marcos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Even though
So,
Marcos isn't really the focus, but apparently it's like people are still angry.
mm-hmm. So you think that Marcos is stealing from the nation's chest?
I mean, they stole their family stole.
So funny. That's too funny. But where are you in that stealing?
Of course, I'm angry.
So you think
It
someone
just,
else should be seated in there?
of course.
Oh, you want him out. I see.
I
But don't you think this is
want,
a great time for future leaders to use as an example for incompetence so as to forward their well intentions and efficiency with much more greater power, speed, and leniency to further their advocacies and progress much better.
exactly.
Thank you.
Good run, Chlan.
Anything else you
Which
want to
person would run
add
if
to
you
our
were to
current?
run?
I would want to be like a secretary or like a speech
A
maker
secretary?
or like a note taker
Oh,
and a history marker. A journalist would be wonderful. What about
oh,
you?
why didn't you? Why did
What
you go
else
into
can you say?
journalism?
What about the House of Representatives or the Senate?
I mean, it's just, I'm getting just impatient, you know? It's like all these investigations, and like no one is like being accountable for it yet,
Do
which
you
they
think there
should
were
be.
anomalies during the flood control projects?
What is anomalies? Anomalies.
Anomaly is like what's wrong? Anomaly.
Ah, something that
An-
really isn't.
Anomaly is something like a discrepancy somewhere where the lines between what's right and what should be paid for blurs into a pool of corruption and just wrongness in the pricing, the exchange, and the deserving of which hands it should go to and why it should be supported even.
Oh yes, definitely. There were a lot of anomalies and there were a lot of I don't really know much, but I just know that there's a lot of pointing fingers to it's their fault. No, it's their fault. No, it's their fault.
What is the
And it's not
fault
really.
exactly?
I mean, it's like they are stealing. No, they are forcing me to do it and they are doing it, you know? You
Yes,
know?
but there are some rumors that the flooding is intentional in Manila. What can you
Ah,
say about that?
really?
Yes. In
I don't know
order
about that.
to get the funds that are supposed to be forwarded to the people.
I mean, if that is true, that is evil.
Oh, okay.
Just remember the time that you were flooded there, you know?
And
Just thank God I
also
wasn't
the
there.
provinces, they're intentionally being flooded. What can you say about that?
I cannot accept that because, we went through that. No, I mean,
So you
you
mean to
guys.
say that
I didn't
all
go
the
through
parts
that.
of the Philippines will not be flooded?
It shouldn't. No one should deserve to be flooded.
You're so funny. Thank you for your
Why am I
voice.
funny? So funny.
In the wake of you being in Singapore, being a floodless city, what can you say about our future cities in the Philippines?
What? Again?
Nothing. We'll just move on to our lip sync section. Thank you for this section, my sister. See you in a while.